Hi guys, alrighty, so it's time for another video. So happy Wednesday everybody. So at the time this video is being done, it is the 28th of January, but you guys are not going to get this video until, well, if you're watching now, then it arrived. So the reason that I decided to do this video now and then post later is because I have a bunch of videos I've already uploaded that are scheduled to be released, and if you're getting this video now, they've already been released. I just do not want to go through the whole process of like numbering them. So yeah, so I'm going to be going over my experience, or like what I personally think about each of these sections of the book. Now, I went ahead and got the third and fourth book on Kindle because it is the only place you can actually read the audio. It's the only place you can read the ebook edition of the series. You cannot read it on. You cannot read the ebook on Barnes and Noble. You can't get the ebook off of Barnes and Noble, and you can definitely not get the ebook off of Kobo. So if you really want to read the ebooks of the series, you have to get them from Amazon. So I'm like, okay. So I went ahead and I got the third and the fourth books. At the time that this video is been released, I have all 7 books. So I got book 2 this week. I got book 2 the last week of January. Then I ordered, take it back, let me rephrase that. I got book 2 on Sunday. I got book 3 and 4 the like a couple days later, and then when I got paid again, I got book 5, and then I got book 6 and 7. So I have all the Dungeon Crawling Carl books. And then what I ended up doing was I just ended up getting all the ebooks from that series. That way I have it. And then of course I do have the ebook versions of every single one of them. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. I am getting really pumped up for the 8th book. And I discovered on Barnes & Noble's website, Amazon, that you can also purchase the physical edition of the book the same time that you can get the ebook. So the ebook, the audiobook version, and the physical edition all arrive on the same day. So if you have read all 7 books and you're really eager to get the 8th, then definitely you can get them all at the same time. I thought I would have to wait like a year before I could get the 8th book, but this kind of shows how profitable Dungeon Crawling Carl has been for the publishing house, that they're going ahead and they're doing that. So I don't even know how that works with 8-book series that was originally self-published, but yeah. Alrighty, so in this one, this is Carl's Doomsday scenario, and this is how it works. And I'm going to definitely do it a lot better than I did before. I think I did this the same way. But anyways, so I read a certain number of chapters a day, and then I will listen to the audiobook version of those chapters so that when I do the review of those said chapters, I can do a much better job. Alright, so I read the first 4 chapters of the book. I'm on chapter 5, and we have entered the 3rd level of the dungeon. Now, I don't even know if this book will encompass the entirety of the 3rd level. We're going to go into the 4th level. I honestly don't know. But anyways, so Carl and Donut have arrived at the 3rd level, And immediately Mordecai is waiting on them, but he's kind of dressed up as a incubus. And for people that are kind of confused by that, like, oh, Mordecai is a rat person. Now he's a incubus. He's a changeling. He can change into any form that he wants. And for him, that helped him survive his time as a crawler. So, anyways, so they go and they choose their races and their classes. Here's the thing about Donut. Okay, you would actually think at this point in the series that she would learn a lesson about not thinking before she does something, and she doesn't. However, this time around, it's a little bit more towards a certain kind of plan to kind of make Mordecai more accessible, I think. So Donut chooses a class where Mordecai is her manager. Yeah. And then, like, during the chat between Donut and Carl, Donut comments that Mordecai is mad. And Carl confirms that she's right. Mordecai is thoroughly pissed off. So, what basically happens is after they choose their classes and races, which, by the way, is approved by the television audience, though they're kind of confused about why Donut chose this particular kind. I think it's former child star. Yeah. So Mordecai introduces them to the village, which is kind of a medieval themed type of place. And they're basically Mordecai goes over this whole level to the best of his ability, because he doesn't have his checklist anymore. And he basically says that this was part of a storyline that was a couple seasons in the past. Then also explains that the llama's addiction to meth is part of this storyline and will not be in the next one. So next time they'll be addicted to something else. The description of this village is really amazing. I really happen to like it. It felt very Skyrim-esque. You know, it just felt like you were watching somebody play a game of Skyrim. And of course, one of the downsides of Mordecai turning into an incubus is that he has an extremely low tolerance for alcohol, which he gets drunk. And here Carl is trying to get help from him, and he's wasted. He is literally wasted. He's revisiting these really bad memories, which really shows that despite everything, Mordecai does have a lot of trauma, which is typical if you're in a situation where you watch people die. And then they get their first quest, and this definitely does go along with the whole thing of it being a RPG, or like a lit RPG type of series. They have their first quest, and their first quest deals with a circus, and you have llamas, and you have monkeys. And people used to bring their kids to watch these monkeys perform, and then something happened, and now they are murderous type of monsters that are, yeah. And then you have a giraffe that literally charges them, and then you have this like 11-foot tall clown that looks like Slender Man. This is what Carl Carl thinks when he sees it. And literally, he's like, I mean, monkeys are burning, people are crying. I'm just joking that part. It is total bedlam. And finally, they get to the safe house, a safe room, and then they summon Mordecai, or Mordecai appears, and Mordecai, not only is he drunk, but he is exposing himself because he's drunk, and the owner is not happy. He says, "Is that your manager?" "Yep." "You both are so dead." He said, "Yep." I am going to say this about the first 4 chapters. I thought these were so hilarious. Yes, it is very sad that Mordecai is still going through this thing, but I think it's hilarious that how Carl is is battling these monkeys. So yeah, it's it is insanity. So all in all, it was a great beginning of the second book. I'm really looking forward to turning the spine over to where it's a spine you can see the title of the book. And yeah, I am really, really excited to continue with this book. I don't know how many chapters are in this book, but I will be releasing these videos like 3 times, sorry, 3, maybe 4 times a week, depending on how many chapters that I read. And I will tell you, when you read the book or you read the chapters and then you turn around and listen to it, it's so good. It makes the experience so much better. Alrighty, that is my video. I'll see you guys next time.